Here's the truth. If Jesus Christ didn't rise from the dead, Christianity fails. Paul himself said it, our preaching is useless and your faith is worthless. But if Jesus did rise, and spoiler, he did, it changes every single thing. It doesn't change just history, not just theology, but your life and your destiny. So the question is, did it really happen? In this 3-part podcast series, I'm going to walk you through prophecy that pointed to the resurrection, historical evidence that confirms it, and almost every objection skeptics have tried their best to throw at it. And by the end, you'll see why the resurrection is one of the best attested events in ancient history and why it still matters for you today. So before we dive in, go ahead and hit like on this video so that more people get this in their feed. It's too important for it to stay buried, alright? And so, we'll look at prophecy and impact, that the resurrection wasn't random. The Old Testament prophesied in Isaiah, the Psalms, even Jesus himself predicted his death and resurrection. And when it happened, it split history in half, and the impact is still shaking the world today. Then we have historical evidence, and we have bedrock facts that historians agree on. 1, Jesus was crucified. 2, his tomb was empty. And 3, his followers truly believed they saw him alive. And 4, skeptics like Paul and James completely flipped after encountering him. Add to that the creed in 1 Corinthians 15 written within just a few years of the crucifixion, and you've got history staring you in the face, okay? And there are a few objections we'll overcome, but they've been around forever. Swoon theory utterly fails under Roman execution methods. Then you have the stolen body theory. The disciples were hiding in fear. They weren't staging heists. Hallucinations? Well, psychology and medical science rule it out. 500 people don't share the same vision. Then you have the wrong tomb. Well, authorities could have ended Christianity in one afternoon. But every theory crumbles when pressed. The resurrection of Jesus is the best explanation of the data. So here's what it comes down to. The resurrection isn't just a claim, it's the hinge of history. And if Jesus rose, then sin is defeated, death is conquered, and your eternity, my friend, is secure. And that's just not evidence on paper, that's hope you can stake your life on. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment. What's the toughest objection to the resurrection you've ever heard? Actually, not that tough, all right? But let's get the conversation going. Then share this with a friend who's a bit skeptical, because this conversation could change their eternal destiny. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the full episode. At Apex Apologetic, our mission is simple. Equip, engage, defend. Equip believers with truth, engage the questions the world is asking, and defend the faith once delivered to the saints. The resurrection changes everything. Don't miss it. Dr. Shaun Michael, out.